done. Done. There are two things I want to try. Is there two endings? One of it being the house and one of it being the end. I want to do the thing first. Let's see if something changed there or if it still resets everything. Start all over again. Okay. Let's see. Sure, everything. Correct. Really, everything now. Yeah, that one's fine. Yep. So let's go to the mountain. There's maybe that now. It's the better 91. I don't know. Let's see. Go up there. Probably. We first heard about this game. I recommended it to another streamer, and watched. He didn't like it. I don't know. It's not that into puzzle games. I don't know. And I knew I would enjoy it, so I bought it myself. It's on sale, and I don't do any. Such a beautiful, high resolution. Actually, I could have gone through the cave as well. Would have been way faster. Not sure if I missed something. I don't know. Maybe I should look up first if there are more puzzles than I did. There we go. Okay, so you'll quickly check that. Okay. 5. Three number of puzzles. 35 environment puzzles. 6 completed lists. Missing 5 puzzles, according to this. Not environmental. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, Is there an area where you can hard to tell where I missed something. Maybe the tree houses? There are multiple. Got everything. I don't know. I give up. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. first guess would have been that I missed something in one of those tunnels that are lying all around the place. all straight panels there. Very hard to tell. Mist. To the bell. To the bell. Oh, church. Other church. Oh. Find the right tab. In-game sound should be activated. Let's see. Yep, it's activated.
Oh my God. How does it happen in this poor old world? That thou art so great, and yet nobody finds thee. That thou callest so loudly, and nobody hears thee. That thou art so near, and nobody feels thee. That thou givest thyself to everybody, and nobody knows thy name. Men flee from thee, and say they cannot find thee. They turn their backs and say they cannot see thee. They stop their ears and say they cannot hear thee. Hans Dank, circa 1520.
I think there were some other some other panels within the house. Maybe those are meant as well. That could actually be. Just gonna explore the other mountain challenge. What? Oh. Get kinda confused there. Wow, there's literally a cheat for the challenge. Now enter vehicles from the game receive from print. Shortcut to the town area, yeah. Secret rooms. New forest. Show. Down. That one as well. Ship into the other one, window and video player. Here's that one. Oh yeah, at the back of the tunnel there. Oh, secret ending. Okay. Well then. Oh, raise panel. Here. A glass factory roof. Ghetto. Worry. Roof? Worry? What? So much time in this. My orientation is really bad. Yet still so here. Rid of God. See. Never mind. Never mind. 520. What? Okay. Most certainly missed that one as well. There is one in the queue. Don't think I've got that one. Could be wrong though, but nope, I got that. Find it. There. No. Okay. 521. 2 left. The one entry area or the house. And the one later there within the house. Oh, I think I got it. Let's finish this. For all. Well, actually, yeah, let's not try the other one again. Since, I mean, the mountain ending. Since according to what I've read so far, there's nothing, there will be no change to it. Could be wrong, I don't know. Let's see. Orientation. Okay. Almost there. Cut off. Also, last time I missed a lock file. Sorry for that, but want to listen to the rest of the game. And Um. Empty 3, 2, 1. Here. Okay. Huh. And
Audio by Wabi Sabi Sound. Andrew Lackey, Bo Anthony Jimenez, Jeff Garnett, Luca Fusi, Eric Lorenz.
but I'm but there's let's see, turning on the music again. So I missed another. One at the rock. I got that one as well. Maybe there is a list of panels you probably missed in the witness. Only remember one. Story goes. Or no. Check on them as well. Where I go? Doesn't probably.
Come and find me, boy. Come and find me, What you think of that?
This area is so confusing. Oh. No, wait. Oh. That one as well. Ship as one. No. Shipwreck. these puzzles to Wiki. one. One to go. If win another one, good amount. Pick the other back up again. One is missing. Not sure which one. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Environment. Gotta although.
Come and find me, boy. Come and find me, boy.
It is.
What you think of that?
Let us. Down here and check that one. No. Yeah. That one we got back. What is hit a wall. Found every part of this game. But I don't know. Ow. Where did I miss something? Beyond hell. Let's check the raiders then. Tremendous. Oh god. Where did I miss one? Professionals with. If I don't do that one. So doesn't go back. I once completed it. Huh. Goes out a lot. Probably is one of those doors. I would have said that I got to marry you. What? Oh. all of them. One. No. So, three ballers. Patient. Hang on, I need to check. great way. Okay, that might help. That might help. Narrow it down. Where am I? Let's see. Laser. Lakes or wet shore rocks near the lake. 11 big lanterns are lasers. If a lantern, I'm missing one puzzle, and I have no clue which one. Hi, Negative Cookie. Stream. It's a bit unfortunate, so to say. What are the shells for? Six fountains are obelisks. If a fountain is high in the air, all puzzles on the solved. On that one, flowers are audio locks. White flowers are usual ones. Yellow are the gold. You can find underground with mountains. Flower blossoms, the lock were found and activated. Oh. No, I missed a couple. Those. Interesting. Here too as well. I don't think audio logs are. Wow, it's many of them. They're actually that many. That's true. I would have many. 7 lamps are the walls. Lamps are the
Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find me, boy. Come and find me, come and find
all those.
Come and find me. Come and find me, boy. What you think of that?
Label the usual puzzle. Yeah, okay. Angular leaf. Okay. You're positive you've completed following, you're ready to move on. Let's puzzles gather around. There's a door behind you. Okay. That one. Know. Symmetry Island. Hang on. Let's check that one. And the key. Okay, got it. Check the less. Here. Second of the panels. No. What? Okay, found it. Mine. No. So. I have no clue. Let's up. about. Oh, that was the fault. Now, there we go. Finally done. We are officially done. How did I miss that one? I mean, I was up there after I deleted them. Yes. How did I miss it? Wow. Hey. Mount ending or the other one? I first want to go for the mount ending. So windmill and then yeah, I'm done now. I just found it. The last one. It was the one on the key, the second one. The second panel there. On top of the tower. It's the last one I missed. Last panel. I think I... got really quick. Where did I go? Here. And hi, Milo. Milo? Is that right? Just want to know if something changed according to the ending or both endings. Probably would have been a faster way to get down here, but guessing it's still the same ending here. Maybe the other one changed. I don't know. I'll quickly stop the music and then here enjoy our ride. Beautiful elevator. From this beautiful, beautiful island. No.
A star
A star
at dawn.
Star at dawn.
at dawn.
This scene is so good. Doesn't seem like I did. There are a few, not only a few, many flowers actually that I missed. I don't know. So missed a lot of log files. There are, if each flower there actually corresponds
A
to a
bubble,
log
a
file.
bubble.
A bubble in a stream.
In a stream.
It's a lot of them.
Bubble in a stream.
I don't know where. Are there that many log files within the game? Is that possible? Or is that actually the case? That each flower corresponds to a log file? Also, I got a couple yellow ones there. 40-ish. That's a lot. Okay. Huh. And narrow it down, the direction
A flash of
of
lightning.
the
in a
flowers
summer
corresponds to the position of the
In a
audio log,
cloud.
correct? It's possible to rely on that. Okay. And I missed a lot of them. Huh. I read something that golden ones are within the cave or something like that. Is that true as well? Or what are those
flickering
golden
lamp.
flowers?
The flickering lamp.
Flickering lamp.
Them are closed as well. So I'm not completely done with this game. I still have to find all stars, strangle puzzles, and these places are all on the lake map. Yeah, okay. I think I got all locked doors. And just those log files are missing.
A phantom.
A phantom.
Phantom.
A phantom.
Nothing new here, though. And I missed really a lot of them. Come on. I would have never found that out with the lake map. For me, it was just a pond. But I read it minutes ago. Through page. No, actually, it's okay. You didn't. And wouldn't call it spoiler if it's just completing now. I mean, I'm through the game. Most of it. So those two yellow ones. Why is that one flickering? Oh, here. Yellow ones are pond map. Let's see, where did I get that information? Okay, the golden are those underground. When open the mountain secret door, flower blossoms still up were found and activated. Okay. So that's where the mountain here is still missing. also where the desert there. Is that never that there are that many audio logs. Oh. No, so I can. Are those audio logs also at the house? I mean the ending house? Do those count as well? You're still there, Camilo. Don't have sort of shortcut towards here. The cave. Sorry for that. Better now? I mean, I assume that those are count as well, but I don't. Okay, missed one of those.
Of all the communities available to us, there's not one I would want to devote myself.
Yeah, it probably
Except
should.
for the
But,
Society of True Searchers,
I mean, you can't go back from
which has very few living members at
there.
any time. Albert Einstein, 1924. Okay, let's see. I'll turn on the music again. Is there a guide? Maybe I should actually look it up somewhere. Go through each and every audio log. Where
this here is probably the desert area. Get those. Beginning. Not. This should be the beginning there. Huh. So there is one close to the laser. That works that way. That could be below the ground as well, if I get that correctly. One of those holes, maybe? Oh yeah. True. On. Lanterns are lasers, yeah. Fountains are obelisks. So close to the let's see. Get there. That's where I missed those. Like here, those two. That one could be very hard to. That one. Let's see. Could be the. Somewhere down here. What? Probably not on the tree. Think I need a map or something like that. I mean a real map where they are clearly shown. Don't have the orientation for this. Oh god, okay. Let's go through them. Entry area, entrance, roof, I got that one. Main gate, I got that one. Side area, factory, I got that one. Cemetery island, left facing glass factory. Let's go through them all. That could be that I missed that one. It's been a while since I've been here. Let's quickly stop this so we can focus the game. The audio logs itself.
Formerly, you appeared to me, O Lord, as invisible by every creature because you are a hidden, infinite God. Infinity, however, is incomprehensible by every means of comprehending. Later, you appeared to me as visible by all. For a thing exists only as you see it, and it would not actually exist unless it saw you. For your vision confers being, since your vision is your essence. Thus, my God, you are equally invisible and visible. As you are invisible, as the creature is, which exists only insofar as the creature sees you, you are visible. You, therefore, my invisible God, are seen by all, and in all sight you are seen by everyone who sees. You who are invisible, who are both absolute from everything visible and infinitely super exalted, are seen in every visible thing and in every act of vision. Therefore, I must leap across this wall of invisible vision to where you are to be found. But this wall is both everything and nothing. For you, who confront as if you were both all things and nothing at all, dwell inside that high wall which no natural ability can scale by its own power. Nicholas of Cusa, 1453.
I maintain that the cosmic religious feeling is the strongest and noblest motive for scientific research. Only those who realize the immense efforts and, above all, the devotion without which pioneer work in theoretical science cannot be achieved are able to grasp the strength of the emotion out of which alone such work, remote as it is from the immediate realities of life, can issue. What a deep conviction of the rationality of the universe, and what a yearning to understand, were it but a feeble reflection of the mind revealed in this world, Kepler and Newton must have had to enable them to spend years of solitary labor in disentangling the principles of celestial mechanics. Those whose acquaintance with scientific research is derived chiefly from its practical results easily develop a completely false notion of the mentality of the men who, surrounded by a skeptical world, have shown the way to kindred spirits scattered wide through the world and through the centuries. Only one who has devoted his life to similar ends can have a vivid realization of what has inspired these men and given them the strength to remain true to their purpose in spite of countless failures. It is cosmic religious feeling that gives a man such strength. A contemporary has said, not unjustly, that in this materialistic age of ours, the serious scientific workers are the only profoundly religious people. Albert Einstein, 1930.
There's there, I guess. That one. Let's see. Open up the guide. Audio log. Symmetry upper cliff. Okay. Upper cliff. Go around here.
One
That
nature, perfect and pervading, circulates in all natures. One reality, all comprehensive, contains within itself all realities.
Let me quickly check. Ruined wall. Quarry upper level. Where is that? Not sure though.
The one moon reflects itself wherever there is a sheet of water, and all the moons in the waters are embraced within the one moon. The absolute of all the Buddhas enters into my own being, and my own being is found in union with theirs. The inner light is beyond praise and blame. Like space, it knows no boundaries. Yet it is even here, within us, ever retaining its serenity and fullness. It is only when you hunt for it that you lose it. You cannot take hold of it, but equally you cannot get rid of it. And while you can do neither, it goes on its own way. You remain silent and it speaks. You speak and it is done. The great gate of charity is wide open, with no obstacles before it. Young Cha Tashi, circa 700.
Let's see. Shady trees, ruined container. The forest between the quarry and the keep and the approach the quarry's logging facility. As you get close to the window, you'll see on the left some grey rocks. What? What? Not sure if I... What? What?
In a sense, what modern physics is to the history of Western thought, Zen is to the development of the Eastern worldview the ultimate refinement of more than 2,000 years of incisive debate, discussion, and critical development. Yet the difference between the two could hardly be more marked. Whereas physics is interested above all in theories, concepts, and formulas, Zen values only the concrete and the simple. Zen wants facts, not in the Western sense of things that are measurable and numerical, which are in fact abstractions, but as living, immediate, and tangible. Its approach to understanding is not to theorize, because it recognizes that previously accumulated ideas and knowledge, in other words, memories of all kinds, block the direct perception of reality. Therefore, Zen adopts an unusual approach. Its buildup involves language, which is unavoidable. Any method, even if it turns out to be an anti-method, has first to convey some background in order to be effective. But the way Zen uses language is always to point beyond language, beyond concepts to the concrete. David Darling, 1996.
How detailed is this game? It keeps on amazing me. Shady trees, laser area. What? Not sure if I got that one. Haven't.
"66 times have these eyes beheld the changing scene of autumn. I have said enough about moonlight. Ask no more. Only listen to the voice of pines and cedars when no wind stirs." Leonin, 1711.
Only within the keep. Probably they are in the keep. Hang on. Oh, behind hedge may go to say. Where? Hang on. Here.
In the traditional view, a person is free. He is autonomous in the sense that his behavior is uncaused.
Oh God, what?
That view, together with its associated practices, must be re-examined when a scientific analysis reveals unexpected controlling relations between behavior and environment. By questioning the control exercised by autonomous man and demonstrating the control exercised by the environment, a science of behavior also seems to question dignity or worth. A person is responsible for his behavior, not only in the sense that he may be justly blamed or punished when he behaves badly, but also in the sense that he is to be given credit and admired for his achievements. A scientific analysis shifts the credit as well as the blame to the environment, and traditional practices can then no longer be justified. These are sweeping changes, and those who are committed to traditional theories and practices naturally resist them. As the emphasis shifts to the environment, the individual seems to be exposed to a new kind of danger. Who is to construct the controlling environment, and to what end? Autonomous man presumably controls himself in accordance with a built-in set of values. He works for what he finds good. But what will the putative controller find good? And will it be good for those he controls? Answers to questions of this sort are said, of course, to call for value judgments. B.F. Skinner, 1971.
Hang on, quickly change the stream title. Searching the missing audio logs. Just like that. Where's the last one? What?
I boasted among men that I had known you. They see your pictures in all works of mine. They come and ask me, who is he? I know not how to answer them. I say, indeed, I cannot tell. They blame me, and they go away in scorn. And you sit there, smiling. I put my tales of you into lasting songs. The secret gushes out from my heart. They come and ask me, tell me all your meanings. I know not how to answer them. I say, who knows what they mean? They smile and go away in utter scorn. And you sit there smiling. Rabindranath Tagore, 1910.
There's this other one that I... How can you see that? Like, what the heck?
Our hangnails are
Keep between purple and green life-size puzzle panels.
incredibly real to us. Whereas to most of us, the English village of Netherwallop and the high Himalayan country of Bhutan, not to mention the slowly swirling spiral galaxy in Andromeda, are considerably less real. Even though our intellectual selves might wish to insist that since the latter are much bigger and longer lasting than our hangnails, they ought therefore to be far realer to us than our hangnails are. We can say this to ourselves till we're blue in the face, but few of us act as if we really believed it. A slight slippage of subterranean stone that obliterates 20,000 people in some far-off land, the ceaseless plundering of virgin jungles in the Amazon basin, a swarm of helpless stars being swallowed up one after another by a ravenous black hole, even an ongoing collision between two huge galaxies, each of which contains 100 billion stars. Such colossal events are so abstract to someone like me that they can't even touch the sense of urgency and importance, and thus the reality, of some measly little hangnail on my left hand's pinky. We are all egocentric, and what is realist to each of us in the end is ourself. The realest things of all are my knee, my nose, my anger, my hunger, my toothache, my sideache, my sadness, my joy, my love for math, my abstraction ceiling, and so forth. What all these things have in common, what binds them together, is the concept of my, which comes out of the concept of I or me, and therefore, although it is less concrete than a nose or even a toothache, this I thing is what ultimately seems to each of us to constitute the most solid rock of undeniability of all. Could it possibly be an illusion? Or if not a total illusion, could it possibly be less real and less solid than we think it is? Could an I be more like an elusive, receding, shimmering rainbow than like a tangible, heftable, transportable pot of gold? Douglas Hofstadter, 2007.
Next one.
If a
Shipwreck.
man, holding a belief which he was taught in childhood or persuaded of afterwards, keeps down and pushes away any doubts which arise about it in his mind, purposely avoids the reading of books and the company of men that call into question or discuss it, and regards as impious those questions which cannot easily be asked without disturbing it, the life of that man is one long sin against mankind. But, says one, I am a busy man. I have no time for the long course of study which would be necessary to make me in any degree a competent judge of certain questions, or even able to understand the nature of the arguments. Then he should have no time to believe. William K. Clifford, 1874.
Surprised I got that one. Treehouse Coast. As you take the boat from the dock, look for a small rock jutting out nearby. We have to spot the tape from one side, so be quick or make sure the boat isn't going fast in order to catch it. You have to be on the boat for that? You gotta be kidding. Sure, I ain't got that one. The fastest way here. If I question is, where is it? See. Should be that one. It is. I messed up. Okay. One's hard to guess. This should work.
Lustily, I dipped my oars into the silent lake, and as I rose upon the stroke, my boat went heaving through the water like a swan. When, from behind that craggy steep, till then the horizon's bound, a huge peak, black and huge, as if with voluntary power instinct, upreared its head. I struck and struck again, and growing still in stature, the grim shape towered up between me and the stars. But after I had seen that spectacle, for many days my brain worked with a dim and undetermined sense of unknown modes of being. O'er my thoughts, there hung a darkness. Call it solitude or blank desertion. William Wordsworth, 1888.
I really like her voice. So subtle, so calm. It's just beautiful. I really enjoy listening to her. We actually. Let's see. Treehouse dock. Oh, hang on. Hang on, there's more. Let's see if I'm close to one. Green Bridge. Ready, so order.
God bade me behold the sea,
Oh yeah,
and I saw the ships sinking and the planks floating. Then the planks too were submerged. And God said to me, "Those who voyage are not saved."
yeah, I listened.
And he said to me,
It wasn't Treehouse Green Bridge.
"Those who, instead of voyaging, cast themselves into the sea, take a risk." And he said to me, "Those who voyage and take no risk shall perish." And he said to me, "In taking the risk, there is a part of salvation." And the wave came and lifted those beneath it and overran the shore. And he said to me, "The surface of the sea is a gleam that cannot be reached, and the bottom is a darkness impenetrable. And between the two are great fishes, which are to be feared." Nefari, circa 970. When we choose silence, we choose to give up the reasons not to love, which are the reasons for going to war, or continuing war, or separating, or being a victim, or being right. In a moment of silence, in a moment of no thought,
Purpose in this game.
we choose to give those up. This is what my teacher invited me to. Just choose silence. Don't even choose love. Choose silence, and love is apparent. If we choose love, we already have an idea of what love is. But if you choose silence, That is the end of ideas. You are willing to have no idea, to see what is present when there is no idea, past, present, future. No idea of love, no idea of truth, no idea of you, no idea of me. Love is apparent. Gangaji, 2009.
Treehouse Shore. To keep in data path that leads underneath the treehouse. Might be that one. I don't know.
These hearts were woven of human joys and cares, washed marvelously with sorrow, swift to mirth. The years had given them kindness. Dawn was theirs, and sunset from the colors of the earth. These had seen movement and heard music, known slumber and waking, loved, gone proudly friended, felt the quick stir of wonder, sat alone, touched flowers and furs and cheeks. All this is ended. There are waters blown by changing winds to laughter and lit by the rich skies all day. And after, frost with a gesture stays the waves that dance and wandering loveliness. He leaves a white, unbroken glory, a gathered radiance, a width, a shining peace under the night. Rupert Brooke, 1914.
Wait. That's right. Let's see. There should be one in the Swamp Coast. Okay. Crash boat, stop the boat to examine the road, see the tape. No, it should work. It should work from here. Another boat adventure, it seems. the boat in the swamp and you'll see an intersection with 3 scaffoldings. Take the right scaffolding to find a rocky path. 3 as you'll find there another tape on top of a rock. That one as well.
We have 2 kinds of knowledge which I call symbolic and intimate. I do not know whether it would be correct to say that reasoning is only applicable to symbolic knowledge, but the more customary forms of reasoning have been developed for symbolic knowledge only. The intimate knowledge will not submit to codification and analysis, or rather, when we attempt to analyze it, the intimacy is lost and replaced by symbolism. For an illustration, let us consider humor. I suppose that humor can be analyzed to some extent and the essential ingredients of the different kinds of wit classified. Suppose that we are offered an alleged joke. We subject it to scientific analysis as we would a chemical salt of doubtful nature, and perhaps after careful consideration, we are able to confirm that it really and truly is a joke. Logically, suppose, our next procedure would be to laugh. But it may certainly be predicted that as the result of this scrutiny, we shall have lost all inclination we ever had to laugh at it. It simply does not do to expose the workings of a joke. The classification concerns a symbolic knowledge of humor, which preserves all the characteristics of a joke except its laughableness. A real appreciation must come spontaneously, not introspectively. I think this is a not unfair analogy for our mystical feeling for nature, and I would venture even to apply it to our mystical experience of God. There are some to whom the sense of a divine presence irradiating the soul is one of the most obvious things of experience. In their view, a man without this sense is to be regarded as we regard a man without a sense of humor. The absence is a kind of mental deficiency. We may try to analyze the experience as we analyze humor and construct a theology, or it may be an atheistic philosophy. But let us not forget that the theology is symbolic knowledge, whereas the experience is intimate knowledge. And as laughter cannot be compelled by the scientific exposition of the structure of a joke, so a philosophic discussion of the attributes of God, or an impersonal substitute, is likely to miss the intimate response of the spirit, which is the central point of the religious experience. Arthur Eddington, 1927.
God. Underwater layer. Not sure if I got that one, but I'll check. Greenhouse hidden floor. Okay.
Suppose a boat is crossing a river and another empty boat is about to collide with it. Even an irritable man would not lose his temper. But supposing there was someone in the second boat, then the occupant of the first would shout to him to keep clear, and if the other did not hear the first time, nor even when called 3 times. Bad language would inevitably follow. In the first case, there was no anger. In the second, there was. Because in the first case, the boat was empty, and in the second, it was occupied. And so it is with man. If he could only roam empty through life, who would be able to injure him? Shuangzi, 4th century BC.
I like those audio logs. Those. Okay. Come on. Got that one. Okay. No. Greenhouse. Roll up FM. Hey, so we have to Not sure if I still let me check. Okay. No. I access the green floor. Bunker. Okay, I like that.
As scientists, we realize that color is merely a question of the wavelengths of ethereal vibrations. But that does not seem to have dispelled the feeling that eyes which reflect light near wavelength 4800 are a subject for rhapsody, whilst those which reflect wavelength 5300 are left unsung. We have not yet reached the practice of the Laputans who, if they would, for example, praise the beauty of a woman or any other animal, they describe it by rhombs, circles, parallelograms, ellipses, and other geometrical terms. The materialist, who is convinced that all phenomena arise from electrons and quanta and the like, controlled by mathematical formulae, must presumably hold the belief that his wife is a rather elaborate differential equation. But he is probably tactful enough not to obtrude this opinion in domestic life. If this kind of scientific dissection is felt to be inadequate and irrelevant in ordinary personal relationships, it is surely out of place in the most personal relationship of all, that of the human soul to a divine spirit. Arthur Eddington, 1927.
Okay. Got that one. Jungle entrance path. To there. Let's go back to the first. Ooh. Two. Got that one. I didn't got that one.
We join
Whatever.
spokes together in a wheel, but it is the center hole that makes the wagon move. We shape clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. We hammer wood for a house, but it is the inner space that makes it livable. We work with being, but non-being is what we use. Lao Tzu, 6th century BC.
Are a lot in this area. Those. Let's see. Dream path. of jungle laser area. Okay. Hang on. It has to be somewhere here. I can. Oh. Here. Hang on. What? Opening overlook to the and the approach the opening overlooking the mountain. What? Oh.
If we were not able or did not desire to look in any new direction, if we did not have a doubt or recognize ignorance, we would not get any new ideas. There would be nothing worth checking because we would know what is true. So what we call scientific knowledge today is a body of statements of varying degrees of certainty. Some of them are most unsure, some of them are nearly sure, but none is absolutely certain. Scientists are used to this. We know that it is consistent to be able to live and not know. Some people say, how can you live without knowing? I do not know what they mean. I always live without knowing. That is easy. How you get to know is what I want to know. This freedom to doubt is an important matter in the sciences, and I believe in other fields. It was born of a struggle. It was a struggle to be permitted to doubt, to be unsure. And I do not want us to forget the importance of the struggle, and by default, to let the thing fall away. I feel a responsibility as a scientist who knows the great value of a satisfactory philosophy of ignorance, and the progress made possible by such a philosophy. Progress which is the fruit of freedom of thought. I feel a responsibility to proclaim the value of this freedom and to teach that doubt is not to be feared, but that it is to be welcomed as the possibility of a new potential for human beings. If you know that you are not sure, you have a chance to improve the situation. I want to demand this freedom for future generations. Richard Feynman, 1963.
Then the occupant of the first would shout to keep him clear. And if the other did not hear the first time, nor even when called 3 times, bad language would inevitably follow. In the first case, there was no anger, and in the second, there was. Because in the first case, the boat was empty, and in the second, it was occupied. And so it is with man. If he could only roam empty through life, who would be able to injure him? Shuangsu, 4th century BC.
So, how did it go?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Wait, what?
No, it's normal for me. I never remember my dreams. If I try right when I wake up, I can just barely remember fragments. And later in the day, even 20 minutes later, those fragments are gone. Unless I wrote them down. And if I read them later, it's like these are ramblings of a crazy person.
Yeah, but then how do we know there aren't any side effects? I mean, do you remember everything else about your life?
It's fine. I mean, we're just doing suppression, not lobotomies. I mean, everything is still there. In dreams, we often take on personalities that are a little different. We forget details of our waking life and remember fictions in their place. How does that happen? Well, we're just using the same pathways. It's fine. But really, how should I know if something's missing? If you forget a few random little things, how would you remember that you forgot? Nothing big is missing. I don't think. Wait, who are you again?
Oh, God. Why did we let you go first?
First hasn't happened yet. I was just dipping my toes into the pool. Real first happens when someone dives right in and gets to decide for themselves when to come out. Who's that gonna be? You?
I long for the days when we weren't sure we'd be doing anything this scary.
It'll be fine. It's not scary. It'll be fun.
So fun you don't even remember?
Okay, no. Shoo. I want to re-record this one before I go home. I have some new ideas about it.
What? Because of the test?
Yes. Because of the test. Possibly.
I thought you didn't remember anything. Interesting.
Yeah. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
There should be one around here somewhere. Jungle Beach. Okay. Down here. is that? Oh, 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 oh. Wait for. Center of Peninsula. See some steps, a small building and a statue inside instead of going in.
God, helper of those who seek you, I see you in the garden of paradise, and I do not know what I see, because I see nothing visible. I know this alone, that I know that I do not know what I see, and that I can never know. I do not know how to name you, because I do not know what you are. Should anyone tell me that you are named by this or that name, by the fact that one gives a name, I know that it is not your name. For the wall beyond which I see you is the limit of every mode of signification by names. Should anyone express any concept by which you could be conceived, I know that this concept is not a concept of you. For every concept finds its boundary at the wall of paradise. Should anyone express any likeness and say that you ought to be conceived according to it, I know in the same way that this is not a likeness of you. So too, if anyone, wishing to furnish the means by which you might be understood, should set forth an understanding of you, one is still far removed from you. For the highest wall separates you from all these, and secludes you from everything that can be said or thought, because you are absolute from all the things that can fall within any concept. Nicholas of Cusa, 1453.
One day I happened to be occupied with the subject of generation of waves by wind. I took down the standard treatise on hydrodynamics, and under that heading I read, if the external forces P prime sub YY, P prime sub XY be given multiples of e to the ikx plus at, where k and a are prescribed, the equations in question determine a and c, and thence, by 9, the value of eta, and so on for 2 pages. At the end, it is made clear that a wind of less than half a mile an hour will leave the surface unruffled. At a mile an hour, the surface is covered with minute corrugations due to capillary waves which decay immediately if the disturbing cause ceases. At 2 miles an hour, the gravity waves appear. As the author modestly concludes, our theoretical investigations give considerable insight into the incipient stages of wave formation. On another occasion, the same subject of generation of waves by wind was in my mind, but this time, another book was more appropriate, and I read, there are waters blown by changing winds to laughter, and lit by the rich skies all day, and after, frost, with a gesture, stays the waves that dance, and wandering loveliness. He leaves a white, unbroken glory, a gathered radiance, a width, a shining piece under the night. The magic words bring back the scene. Again, we feel nature drawing close to us, uniting with us, till we are filled with the gladness of the waves dancing in the sunshine, with the awe of the moonlight on the frozen lake. These were not moments when we fell below ourselves. We did not look back on them and say, "It was disgraceful for a man with 6 sober senses and a scientific understanding to let himself be deluded in that way. I will take Lamb's hydrodynamics with me next time." It is good that there should be such moments for us. Life would be stunted and narrow if we could feel no significance in the world around us beyond that which can be weighed and measured with the tools of the physicist or described by the metrical symbols of the mathematician. Of course, it was an illusion. We can easily expose the rather clumsy trick that was played on us. Ethereal vibrations of various wavelengths, reflected at different angles from the disturbed interface between air and water, reached our eyes, and by photoelectric action caused appropriate stimuli to travel along the optic nerves to a brain center. Here, the mind set to work to weave an impression out of the stimuli. The incoming material was somewhat meager, but the mind is a great storehouse of associations that could be used to clothe the skeleton. Having woven an impression, the mind surveyed all that it had made and decided that it was very good. The critical faculty was lulled. We ceased to analyze and were conscious only of the impression as a whole. The warmth of the air, the scent of the grass, the gentle stir of the breeze, combined with the visual scene in one transcendent impression, around us and within us. Associations emerging from their storehouse grew bolder. Perhaps we recalled the phrase, rippling laughter. Waves, ripples, laughter, gladness. The ideas jostled one another.
Town obelisk, town bell tower, town church.
Quite illogically, we were glad. Though what there can possibly be to be glad about in a set of ethereal vibrations no sensible person can explain. A mood of quiet joy suffused the whole impression. The gladness in ourselves was in nature, in the waves, everywhere. That's how it was. It was an illusion. Then why toy with it longer? These airy fancies which the mind, when we do not keep it severely in order, projects into the external world should be of no concern to the earnest seeker after truth. Get back to the solid substance of things, to the material of the water moving under the pressure of the wind and the force of gravitation, in obedience to the laws of hydrodynamics. But the solid substance of things is another illusion. It too is a fancy projected by the mind into the external world. We have chased the solid substance from the continuous liquid to the atom, from the atom to the electron, and there we have lost it. But at least it will be said, we have reached something real at the end of the chase, the protons and electrons. Or, if the new quantum theory condemns these images as too concrete and leaves us with no coherent images at all, at least we have symbolic coordinates and momenta and Hamiltonian functions, devoting themselves with single-minded purpose to ensuring that QP minus PQ shall be equal to IH over 2 pi. I have tried to show that by following this course we reach a cyclic scheme which, from its very nature, can only be a partial expression of our environment. It is not reality, but the skeleton of reality. Actuality has been lost in the exigencies of the chase. Having first rejected the mind as a worker of illusion, we have in the end to return to the mind and say, here are worlds well and truly built on a basis more secure than your fanciful illusions. But there is nothing to make any one of them an actual world. Please choose one and weave your fanciful images into it. That alone can make it actual. We have torn away the mental fancies to get at the reality beneath, only to find that the reality of that which is beneath is bound up with its potentiality of awakening these fancies. It is because the mind, the weaver of illusion, is also the only guarantor of reality, that reality is always to be sought at the base of illusion. Illusion is to reality as the smoke to the fire. I will not urge that hoary untruth, there is no smoke without fire, but it is reasonable to inquire whether, in the mystical illusions of man, there is not a reflection of an underlying reality. Arthur Eddington, 1927.
Your question is the most difficult in the world. It is not a question I can answer simply with yes or no. I am not an atheist. I do not know if I can define myself as a pantheist. The problem involved is too vast for our limited minds. May I not reply with a parable? The human mind, no matter how highly trained, cannot grasp the universe. We are in the position of a little child entering a huge library filled with books in many languages. The child knows someone must have written those books, does not know how, does not understand the languages in which they are written. The child dimly suspects a mysterious order in the arrangement of the books, but doesn't know what that is. That, it seems to me, is the attitude of the most intelligent human toward God. Albert Einstein, 1930.
Okay, never mind. Down the reflective panel. Interesting. Good hidden there.
The concept of a clock enfolds all succession in time. In the concept, the 6th hour is not earlier than the 7th or 8th, although the clock never strikes the hour, save when the concept biddeth. Nicholas of Cusa, 1450.
Mountain, waterfall, mountain, peak. Got the waterfall. What that for? Peak there. I don't know. Yes. Or look it up. Wouldn't have believed that there's so much to this game. Are there others up here? And top floor. What? What do I say there? On a corner there. Let's go down.
Therefore, I thank you, my God, because you make clear to me that there is no other way of approaching you.
Top floor. Okay.
That which to all humans, even to the most learned philosophers, seems wholly inaccessible and impossible. For you have shown me that you cannot be seen elsewhere than where impossibility confronts and obstructs me. O Lord, you, who are the food of the mature, have given me courage to do violence to myself. For impossibility coincides with necessity, and I have discovered that the place where you are found unveiled is girded about with the coincidence of contradictories. This is the wall of paradise, and it is there in paradise that you reside. The wall's gate is guarded by the highest spirit of reason, and unless it is overpowered, the way in will not lie open. Thus, it is on the other side of the coincidence of contradictories that you will be able to be seen, and nowhere on this side. If, therefore, impossibility is necessity in your sight, O Lord, there is nothing which your sight does not see. Nicholas of Cusa, 1453.
Sure, if I got that one. Okay. Top floor, middle floor. Oh God. Bottom floor.
You see, a motif is this. He put his hands together, drew them apart, the 10 fingers open, then slowly, very slowly, brought them together again, clasped them, squeezed them tightly, meshing them. That's what one should try to achieve. If one hand is held too high or too low, it won't work. Not a single link should be too slack, leaving a hole through which the emotion, the light, the truth can escape. You must understand that I work on the whole canvas, on everything at once. With one impulse, with undivided faith, I approach all the scattered bits and pieces. Everything we see falls apart, vanishes, doesn't it? Nature is always the same, but nothing in her that appears to us lasts. Our art must render the thrill of her permanence along with her elements, the appearance of all her changes. It must give us a taste of her eternity. What is there underneath? Maybe nothing. Maybe everything. Everything, you understand? So I bring together her wandering hands. I take something at right, something at left, here, there, everywhere. Her tones, her colors, her nuances. I set them down, I bring them together. They form lines, they become objects, rocks, trees, without my planning. They take on volume, value. If these volumes, these values, correspond on my canvas, in my sensibility, to the planes, to the spots which are there before our eyes, then my canvas has brought its hands together. It does not waver. The hands have been joined neither too high nor too low. My canvas is true, compact, full. But if there is the slightest distraction, if I fail just a little bit, above all, if I interpret too much one day, if today I am carried away by a theory which runs counter to that of yesterday, if I think while I paint, if I meddle, whoosh, everything goes to pieces. Paul Cézanne, as related by Joachim Gasquet, 1921.
Looked at on the astronomical timescale, humanity is at the very beginning of its existence. A newborn babe, with all the unexplored potentialities of babyhood. And until the last few moments, its interest has been centered absolutely and exclusively on its cradle and feeding bottle. It has just become conscious of the vast world existing outside itself and its cradle. It is learning to focus its eyes on distant objects, and its awakening brain is beginning to wonder in a vague, dreamy way what they are and what purpose they serve. Its interest in this external world is not much developed yet, so that the main part of its faculties is still engrossed with the cradle and feeding bottle, but a little corner of its brain is beginning to wonder. James Jeans, 1928.
Okay, caves.
In any case, our 3 days old infant cannot be very confident of any interpretation it puts on a universe which it only discovered a minute or two ago. We have said it has 70 years of life before it, but in truth, its expectation of life would seem to be nearer to 70,000 years. It may be puzzled, distressed, and often irritated at the apparent meaninglessness and incomprehensibility of the world to which it has suddenly wakened up. But it is still very young. It might travel half the world over before finding another baby as young and inexperienced as itself. It has before it time enough and to spare in which it may understand everything. Sooner or later, the pieces of the puzzle must begin to fit together. Although, it may reasonably be doubted whether the whole picture can ever be comprehensible to one small and apparently quite insignificant part of the picture. James Jeans, 1928.
Far end of the lower portion of an tunnel glowing with blue light with some rails on the ground. Got that one. Caves, cavern stairs, upper cavern, I don't. To reach the uppermost portion of the game, which contains two alcoves with green and orange tiles. There's some planks. Where?
It's just the new teapot beeping. It boils fast, but that beep bothers me. Moving on?
So, next I want to raise this problem, which is that I think we don't have enough smart representation from materialist atheists, physicalists, anything in that neighborhood of ideas. And I've been trying to do something about that, but it's hard. The problem is that most coherent atheists' creeds are focused on defeating some specific idea of God, or are angry about the historical activities of organized religions, rather than, say, from first principles, making a good case for the impossibility of any concept of God, which would be more like what we're after.
I'm having the same problem. So many justifications of atheism devolve into assertions of the implausibility of Bible stories. Someone like Bertrand Russell, a very advanced thinker, but his commentary on religion all seems to be like Why I Am Not a Christian. Very limited in scope. It is way too small compared to the vision of God and the pieces we're juxtaposing.
Can you repeat that last part? You kind of just dropped out a little bit.
Oh, just that it's a very provincial idea of God that's usually advanced in those arguments. Sometimes even a straw man God. And it doesn't have much in common with the God visualized by Cusa or Spinoza or the great Sufis or even Einstein, whoever. So it just doesn't play on the same field.
When people are explicitly pushing materialism, they're usually philosophers or writers, not physicists, not people who actually do the frontline work of understanding the physical world. With the heavy hitters in physics, it's very hard. It's hard to find good statements that aren't just arguing against strawmen. And it's strange because in the modern age, a reasonable portion of working physicists are atheists. Not all by any means, but a reasonable portion. But it's hard to get strong and articulate statements from that sector.
Yeah. I mean, the closest you get is somebody like Feynman, where science gives us a great degree of certainty about certain things, but outside those, it's not a good idea to tell ourselves nice stories and speculate. It's just best to realize we don't know yet about the bigger questions, etc. But we have a lot of Feynman already. Paul Dirac was at least a staunch atheist at one point in his life, but I don't know if he has direct statements on record. Keep an eye out.
Dirac was far from a materialist, though. He believed the universe is made out of math. That's an oversimplification, of course. He even mentioned God a few times in an Einstein kind of way.
Well, this is all so crazy because among scientifically educated people, it's the cultural default, right? If you're a scientist or a computer programmer kind of person, atheist materialism is supposed to be the basic belief. If you're not a materialist, you're stupid. But if we can't find anyone who makes a good case for it, how does that happen?
Well, it's easy to be convinced of the absurdity of stories in common Christianity, Judaism, whatever. So if that's your picture of spiritual beliefs and you have an aversion to digging too hard into your own worldview, which most of us do, then there you go. Anything that seems religious is goofy Bible stories, and materialism is anti-religious. And it's the general impression that smart people are materialists, and hey, I want to be smart, so case closed.
Also, there are all these so-called spiritual people who believe basically anything and try to convince everyone.
In addition to goofy Bible stories, did I forget to mention ghost stories, astrologers, spoon benders, all kinds of frauds?
It's a ton of noise. It makes it almost impossible for an outsider looking in to see high-quality thought in the world of spirituality. If I can even generalize spirituality to one thing. So it's easy, if you're already leaning toward materialism, to see these flaky spiritual people, extrapolate that to all spiritual people, and say all that stuff is garbage.
That's how it worked for me. For a while.
Okay, but despite all this, there's a large contingent of present-day real scientists who believe in some form of atheist materialism and whose beliefs have been carefully considered. So we need to ensure we respect that viewpoint.
It's
I
so
remember
frustrating.
that. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Carl Sagan has a good piece in Demon Haunted World, where he talks about science as a profound source of spirituality. But he doesn't mean mystical spirituality. He means this pure dedication to truth and the development of a wise perspective on our place in the world. It's nice, and it's a picture of atheism that isn't hostile or contemptuous.
Yeah, I read that, and what you're talking about is a beautiful piece, and I tried to get it, but Sagan's people want too much money.
Can't we just pay more?
No. It would trigger a bunch of most favored nation clauses, and we have to pay everyone a lot more, and we go broke. So, no Sagan for us. It is a shame, since he was such a great thinker, and eloquent, too.
Just broke apart. Cave swamp shortcut. Is that the one I found before? Oh, swamp. Roll in a swamp. Caves challenge area. Caves town shortcut. I got that one. Let's go to the challenge area then, I guess. Just like, I mean,
I cannot understand why we idle discussing religion. If we are honest, and scientists have to be, we must admit that religion is a jumble of false assertions with no basis in reality.
ouch.
The very idea of God is a product of the human imagination. It is quite understandable why primitive people, who were so much more exposed to the overpowering forces of nature than we are today, should have personified these forces in fear and trembling. But nowadays, when we understand so many natural processes, we have no need for such solutions. I can't for the life of me see how the postulate of an almighty God helps us in any way. What I do see is that this assumption leads to such unproductive questions as to why God allows so much misery and injustice, the exploitation of the poor by the rich, and all the other horrors he might have prevented. If religion is still being taught, it is by no means because its ideas still convince us, but simply because some of us want to keep the lower classes quiet. Quiet people are much easier to govern than clamorous and dissatisfied ones. They are also much easier to exploit. Religion is a kind of opium that allows a nation to lull itself into wishful dreams and so forget the injustices that are being perpetrated against the people. Paul Dirac, 1927, as related by Werner Heisenberg. So, you see what I'm saying here?
Yep, this one doesn't fit either.
How would you characterize the way in which it doesn't fit?
Well, it's about arguing, and it's about being greatly disturbed by issues that are relatively small. It's not aiming high, and it's not about ultimate truth, not really. It's mostly about what some stupid people are doing that is wrong compared to what I am doing that is right.
But Paul Dirac was definitely a truth seeker, in the domain of physics at least.
Yeah, but I don't feel that attitude in this piece at all. If a belief is just formed in opposition to other beliefs, it can't be fundamental. It can't be that deep. But, you know, where he says the thing about natural processes, he starts to outline an actual philosophy.
Interesting. There's something that could stand on its own, that isn't just rejection and opposition. But then he drops it. Well, this isn't the atheist manifesto we need. I'll keep looking.
Okay.
You know, at one point Dirac also wrote this. One could perhaps describe the situation by saying that God is a mathematician of a very high order, and he used very advanced mathematics in constructing the universe. I think he meant God in an Einstein kind of way.
He said that? Same guy.
Same guy. Later in life, though. People are strange. Scientists are stranger.
Yes, they are.
Okay, hang on. Slots. Closed. If a leaf is sunken and hardly visible, the puzzle was solved. I think that includes those count into the 500. Got all of them. Yeah, those count to those. We're finally through. We got all of it. Screenshot. There we go. Quickly check if it did work with the screenshot. Probably it did. Yeah. Also, well then, I think we're done. So, one last time. Let's say. To the motor. It is beautiful. And hey, knew you were still there. Or did you came back? Let's see. Should have saved there. Go. I don't think it changed. At least that ending here. Oh, okay. So you were just lurking in the back. Feel free to do so. Yeah, there we go. Let's go. Was there music before here in this area? I'm not sure. Maybe because I haven't been here without without any music on. Yeah, same ending.
Star at dawn.
Star at dawn.
At dawn.
So, we're going to the house then. Here's fast. Really curious if something changed. On would have been served. Yeah, I think I got it all by now. Sure what awaits me now. Otherwise, it's just the ending of this beautiful, beautiful project. I enjoyed every second of it. Not every second. I didn't like the challenge though. Whenever time limits are involved, I'm not happy about it. Oh. Yeah, I messed that up. Several times. I love the fact that this somehow is reasonable from the positioning for the house. And then you like go up here and through everything here. Actually, do something again to the lock, audio logs.
Audio by Wabi Sabi Sound. Andrew Lackey, Bo Anthony Jimenez, Jeff Garnett, Luca Fusi, Eric Lorenz.
Or if those are the audio log lists, those who read all those audio logs, because I want to know her name there. Now you're just going through that house and you're completely elsewhere. Just beautiful view. still don't understand the ending though. Let's see first if something changed. I wouldn't be surprised if it would be the same. Now, no. Self. So, you mean that area here? Sort of the portal or the link between the real world and the gaming world, you mean? Let's go. Unmute myself for that again. Looks like it's the same as before. Thank you for joining in. I love the artwork or the paintings all around. Up. And the fact that there is a Christmas tree in the middle of the room. Totally forgot about that. Unmute myself again and then till the end and say goodbye for today. I mean, coins are supposed to be circular. But I didn't get that as well. I don't get the whole ending scene here. So why he throws the cookie away. Really like gardener. So thin. There we go. Wow. Such an awesome game. Yeah. That's it for today, I guess. Hope you enjoyed. Once more, longer than I thought it would take me to finish this. It's been 4 hours now, exactly. That's a lot. A lot more than expected. I thought maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes or so to finish this off. Then switching to Trackmania. But came differently. So, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. Next time, probably with Skyrim or Trackmania or whatever. I'll see. And right on Discord and on Twitter. Before I go live, I have no clue when that will be, but we'll see, and I'll inform you there. Hope you enjoyed, and hopefully see you next time.